Well, a very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Flight Sim 2020 for another tutorial. And today we're in the Airbus A320 Fly-by-Wire mod. I'm SimScott185. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the stream. We're currently parked at Düsseldorf. We set the time to be early evening, and this is going to be a short flight back to London Gatwick. We're going to run through the setup of the Airbus A320, how we get on in VATSIM, and there's a few controllers online, and then just take it from there. Hopefully it's fun, it's educational. I know I am a general aviation pilot. I don't fly IFR and I don't fly in these big jets, but hopefully we can learn something together, and it's a bit of fun just to get us back to the UK and see how we get on. So we'll jump in the cockpit and start setting some things up. We'll have a little chat about Navigraph and how we use that, and take it from there. So it should be quite a fun flight, guys. So let's just jump in the cockpit now. So it's cold and dark. I always say in my channel, guys, use the checklist. It just keeps things a lot easier in terms of this. So engine master switches we know are already off. We check that, but if you come down here, that's these engine switches here. They're off. Engine mode selector is norm, which is this selector here. It's in the middle, so it is in norm. Landing gear lever is down here. Wipers off, battery switches. Let's look up and we'll use the joystick to move around, but battery switches are located up here. Click the two buttons on. Job done. External power is this button here with the green light. Click that on. What I also do just while we're here, turn the light using this toggle here. You'll see if you turn it up, turn it down. You can also do that here, down here, guys. So integral light panel just makes things look a little bit more realistic in the early evening. Lufthansa next to us. Wonder where he's going here when we jump onto the VATSIM network. We are connected, we just don't have the radio tuned at the moment. These black buttons here, give them a little toggle and it will brighten up your glare shield, is what this area is called. You can also toggle here, a bit of brightness. We'll start the APU. It's this button here. Give it a couple of seconds. Start that up. APU build comes on, and probe heats as well. Go to auto. And that's pretty much it for this page, guys. You don't need to do much more. You can just have a little look at the panel up here. One thing to note in the Airbus, as we've said before, anything with white writing means that it is currently turned off. So crew oxygen supply, turn on. These are the fuel pumps. Click them all on. We'll come to the next page of cockpit preparation, overhead panel. So we don't have any of these recorders. We need to set the aiders to nav. Punch those all to nav, so we're just turning those switches in the middle. No smoking signs. Come on. Seatbelt sign comes on. And we're on the emergency exits. We're going to get down into the actual nuts and bolts of the flight computer. So we'll come down here. We're using SimBrief today, so what we're looking to do is bring in our flight pan from SimBrief. Click on the init button, init request. Click that button there. So we got our route from Düsseldorf to Gatwick, cruising at flight level 360 tonight, guys. So that's the initial part there. We can then jump into the MTDU menu, click on ATSU. Click on AOC menu and we can put in our performance weight and balance. So watch this number here. What the mod lets you do is if you click refuel, it's already calculates our fuel. There we go. It's reduced it because we don't need as much. And then go to the next page, we've got our payload. Click load and that jumps up to 62,300. So very quick, very easy to do. A lot easier than the Zeebo mod, but this is great in terms of just getting yourself into there pretty quickly. Init page, we've already done the first page. Second page, again, click on this little radio button here. That'll bring up what the mod has already calculated for your zero fuel weight and center of gravity. I think that's what that is. Yeah, center of gravity. And then fuel planning, click on this button here. Block fuel 4.1 gets populated. If you then click confirm, all these numbers will populate. Easy as that. It's got the alternative fuel in there of 1.3 tons, 40 minutes, So it all gets calculated for you. You can put in a headwind or a tailwind in terms of your trip wind. Really depends if you want to do that. I don't when I look at this, but I do know some people who would put that in and make sure that it's all set up correctly. So we've done that side of things. Winds, we've done block fuel, takeoff performance. So in performance, we're going to take off with flaps 1, which is just hitting this button here. Flaps 1, and then V1. Just click these radio buttons. They populate for you. So you click once, it comes up here, and then click again, and it goes in, which is great. Transition altitude. Let me just look at what it says on the ATIS. What are they saying? So they've got runway in use. Wind variable. It doesn't actually have the transition altitude on here. We'll keep it at 10,000. What will happen is when we take off, guys, we'll get given a flight level, and that will be the point that when we change from local barometric pressure to standard. So just keep that in mind. Other things to remember about Düsseldorf, or even flying in Germany or Europe in general, what will happen is after you take off, you'll be expected to switch after about 2,000 feet to an onward frequency. They won't hand you over. In this case, it's Langen radar, and it's 128.550 is what they're saying on the ATIS. So just bear that in mind when we go through. Quick look at the flight plan. So I know from looking at Navigraph that we're going to be doing I think it's SONEB, but let me just open it up on my computer and then I'll share it with you guys. So it's a SONEB 7 Tango departure is what we're looking at. So it's 23 left, departure 23 left, and SONEB 7 Tango. This one here, no transition needed. We insert that, and a Gatwick, it's going to be a TEBRA 2 Golf into 26 left. So that's iOS 26 left, and we're looking for TEBRA 2 Golf. So it's interesting, we got TEBRA 1 Golf. Just keep going through the menu, guys, and eventually when you get down to this second one, you've got TEBRA 2 Golf, and we're going by timber, and we'll talk about that when we're in the air, just briefing that a little bit. What I'll do is I'll just show you on Navigraph in a second just where we are. I'll just get a few more things set up just so that we're comfortable. So flight director comes on, the ATIS is showing QNH of 1012, so just down 1, and that's just using this knob here. There's nothing else. We'll get our clearance in a minute that we need to go through. But otherwise, it's pretty quick to set up this. The other thing that I'll just do is move this switch to 1, and that turns on the weather radar and predicted wind shear. Turn that on there. Otherwise, guys, it's very simple to set the Airbus up, much simpler than the Zeebo mod at the moment. So I find it quite useful in terms of sort of setup. The IRSs are still aligning. You can see that on the screen here. So 4 minutes before those align. But otherwise, we're getting ourselves set up and well underway. If I just show you on Navigraph just where we are, we'll go back outside for a second to give you guys a view. Let me just bring up the right charts for you guys so you can see where we are. Okay, so if I just get this on the screen for you guys, so you should be able to see that hopefully on Navigraph. Where we are, we're in stand A10 and we're expecting to taxi down to the left, which is down the end here. So we'll probably push back, probably get cleared onto Mike either by Papa 4, Papa 3, Papa 2 or Papa 1. And then we're on to this chart, which is again on Navigraph. We'll pedal down, guys, down Mike, and we'll probably get to Lima 2 or Lima 1 and then take off this way. We then said we're on the Sonnet 7 Tango departure, which is here. So the runway taking off this way from 22 left. When we get to 600 feet, right turn, and then we're basically going out towards SONEB. And we have to be above flight level 140. That will be built into our departure. So quite simple, really, guys. Just a right turn straight ahead. It does add a little bit onto our route. So if I just show you our route on Navigraph, we basically head north and then head over sort of Amsterdam way, and then across the channel and then into Gatwick, and we'll brief that a little bit further as we get in. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to pick up our clearance, guys. And we'll pick up our clearance pretty soon. Let me just tune our radios to ground. I'm not going to do this on the actual aircraft. I'm going to do it through vPilot, and the reason for that is that I've had issues tuning the radios, and then they get tuned out, and it's just all a bit painful, to be honest, in terms of using it. So let's just write down what we're expecting. So we're going to tell them what stand we're on, which was A10, I think I said. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah. Alpha 10.
Lufthansa vor Papa Mike. Facing north, hat noch funktioniert.
So we've got Alpha 10. We're expecting a SONEB 7 Bravo. And we'll see what he says, what our initial height is.
Ich hatte requested nach Tango, dass dann rückwärts pushen, deswegen hatte ich vorher gefragt.
Yeah, there's a bit of a conversation going on.
Ach so, ja. Huch, ja. Ja, lassen wir das einfach. Jetzt stehst du auf Papa One, also alles gut. Okay, Lufthansa vor Papa Mike. Taxi to holding point runway 23 left via Papa One, Mike, Lima 1.
And we'll wait for him to
Taxi
be
to
back.
holding point 23 left via Papa 1, Mike, Lima 1, Lufthansa vor Papa Mike.
Give him a call and see what he has to say for himself. Just check A to see if there's anything. So we've got information, Mike. And I think that is it. So we'll go with this, guys, and see what happens. Düsseldorf ground, good evening. Speedbird 185 with you, stand Alpha 10 with Mike, requesting clearances filed to London Gatwick.
Speedbird 185. Good evening once again. Information Mike is current. Startup approved, cleared Gatwick via SONEB 7 Tango departure. Flight plan route, climb via SID altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 2252.
Okay, startup approved. We're cleared to Gatwick on the SONEB 7 Tango departure. Initially 5,000 and squawk 2252. Speedbird 185.
Speedbird 185, feedback correct?
Cool, guys. Clearly recognise my call sign from before. Slightly embarrassing, but hopefully that's all good. So just punching in the transponder here, 2252, guys. We'll turn this to on. Turn this to all and turn this to TARA.
Last station, say again.
Doesn't actually do anything in the actual sim at the moment. It doesn't pick up traffic, sadly, but it will do soon, hopefully, and that'll be a great addition. So we've done that side of things. He's basically said that we're okay to start up engines on stand, which is interesting.
November 40 TERA.
Just listening in.
Taxi to holding point runway
So he wants
23
to...
left via
Okay, so he's just giving taxi things.
Lima 9,
let's
Mike, and
let's
Lima
get
3.
started on the engines. Why not, guys? We'll get ourselves ready to
Yeah,
go.
Lima 9, Mike,
So we crank this
Lima
round
3,
to the right-hand side,
left, no, before the-
and then let's just check. Sorry, I'm rushing ahead of myself. We didn't use the checklist, guys, and that's what's there. We can disconnect the external power first, which is up here. This button here. Turn it off. Beacon light comes on. There we go. Thrust levers are idle. Engine startup is all good. We'll just put on our nav lights as well. And so we can start.
Welling 189 Charlie, bienvenido otra vez. Düsseldorf ground, good evening. Information Mike is current, startup approved. Cleared Barcelona via Kumix 6 Tango departure. Flight plan route, climb via SID altitude 5,000 feet. Walk is...
So we're just getting started here. We can look outside again, guys. Let's bring ourselves over to the aircraft.
Barcelona via the Kumix 6 Tango departure. Flight plan route, initial climb
Let's come down a bit. There we go.
And squawk 2226 and information microphone calling 189 Charlie.
Welling 189 Charlie, read that correct?
Start the other engine while we're here. And you can do this. You can start them at the same time, guys, but you don't need to.
Düsseldorf ground, Delta Echo Romeo Sierra Lima, guten Abend.
Delta Echo Romeo Sierra Lima, stand by. Break, Lufthansa 4 Papa Mike, contact tower on 118.3.
118.3 von Lufthansa von Mike. Ciao, schönen Abend noch. Bis dann.
So this is now starting up, guys.
Ja, okay, schönen Abend noch. Ciao.
Which is great. Everyone's very chatty tonight on VATSIM, which is good fun.
Delta Echo Romeo Sierra Lima, Düsseldorf ground.
Delta Echo Romeo Sierra
Just
Lima,
wanna check it out
position
now.
General Aviation Terminal, information Mike, request startup.
Is that engine starting up?
Delta Echo Romeo Sierra Lima,
You can see outside that we've got the engines running.
information Mike
Nice
is
evening
correct,
as well.
startup approved.
Startup approved, Delta Sierra Lima.
Okay, guys, we're pretty much ready for push, I think. Let's just put engine starter back to norm. One click to the
Delta
left.
Echo Romeo Sierra Lima, you don't
APU
need
bleed
any
is off.
IFR clearance?
Doch, request IFR clearance,
We'll
Delta Sierra Lima.
arm the spoiler, just pull it up.
Ah, okay, yeah, you need to say that, yeah. Okay. Just a
APU
second,
master switch comes off, which is here. We can just get the taxi. We'll get ourselves set up for this. And runway turn off as well. Brighten up everyone's days. Auto brake. We'll do actually.
Delta Echo Romeo Sierra Lima, you need to change your flight plan. There's no departure route in sight. It's not possible to fly to direct Mapat out of Düsseldorf.
Okay, we'll change that.
Thank you.
Request pushback.
LTU 730, pushback approved, facing north.
Approved facing north, LTU 730.
And we'll call for pushback, guys. So, Speedbird 185 is ready for pushback.
Speedbird 185, pushback approved, facing north.
Pushback approved, facing north, Speedbird 185. Okay, guys. So, we get the tug coming over to us now.
LTU 730, can we maybe
North is
push
over this
on
way, so we're going to
Yankee
push back
facing, well,
this way, basically. So we want to face
LTU 730, pushback on Yankees approved.
down this way,
okay.
and that's where the runway is. Pretty easy. Let's have a little zoom in, see what's happening here. It is a beautiful sunset. Again, the simulator is not in real time, as you'll pick up, but it looks better at this time of night. That's us pushing back, guys. We've got the engines running. We should be ready to go soon. Hopefully the picture looks good. Hopefully it sounds good. Let me know if not. Just pushing us around to the right, and we can also just straighten up a little bit, get us back on track. Quite a long push back here, but we're getting there.
Calling 189 Charlie, fully ready, request taxi.
Rolling 189 Charlie.
And the final
to holding
push
point
round.
runway 23 left via Papa 4 Mike Lima 1.
And that'll do us, guys. We're pretty much facing north there. We'll jump back in the back in the cockpit. Parking brake is back on. Very important, guys. We don't want to run anyone over.
November 43 X-Ray Sierra, contact
There goes
tower
our chap.
on 118.3, have a nice flight.
118, yeah, no, before the bye-bye.
So what we'll do, guys, as well is we'll put up Navigraph so you can have a little look at the taxi route when we're given it. and then we'll head down that way. Let's just get that up on screen for you guys now, and then we can see what route we're given.
Ground, go up.
Oh,
Go up and
someone's talking.
Tankerford, Oscar Hotel. Radio test.
Last station, say again.
Yeah, go up and Tanker Foxtrot, Oscar Hotel. Radio test.
Put the
Tango Foxtrot, Oscar
Max on
November Delta. Is it you?
Yes, FM.
Ah, okay, reach your 5.
Speedbird 185 is ready for taxi.
Speedbird 185, taxi to holding point, runway 23 left via Papa 2, Mike Lima 1.
Runway 23 left via Papa 2, Mike and Lima 1, Speedbird 185. Okay guys, so we can just give you guys a quick little brief of this. So where we're going to is we're sort of sitting here at Papa 2 is our first left.
We are standing
We'll go down Mike.
105, information Mike.
We
On
will
board, requesting guide for
Papa 2.
clearance to Düsseldorf.
We'll carry
Then Frankfurt,
down
sorry.
Mike. And then he said to Lima 1,
Last
which
station,
is
what's your cost then again?
on the right hand side here.
Tanker
Should be pretty easy, guys.
Oscar November Delta. We are
You'll see he read that back pretty
105.
quickly to us, so yeah, we want to sort of be on our wits when we're talking to him. Let's get our flaps in, one stage down, and we'll get rid of this checklist so we can see where we're going. This is
Tango
Papa 2
Foxtrot,
here.
Oscar November Delta. Düsseldorf ground. Information November is
You can
current.
see other
Start
airplanes are
approved.
taxiing out at the moment.
Cleared Frankfurt via Cola.
Oh, so I'm going to
departure,
Frankfurt.
flight plan
That's a
route,
busy
climb via
airport to fly into on
5,000
VATSIM.
feet, walk 1,000.
Okay, clear to Frankfurt is fine. The Cola. And flight 5,000 and can you give me squawk?
Squawk is 1000,
There we go.
1000.
This is on Mike now,
Okay,
guys.
1000.
What do? Just ping the cabin.
Tanker Foxtrot, Oscar November Delta.
Tango Foxtrot Delta, repair correct.
To take off config chest, that's normal.
Data Echo
Cabin
Romeo
should
Sierra
come back to
Lima,
us. Let's try again.
request clearance.
There we go. So you'll see that you've got cabin ready sign down here. Everything else is in green, and that's how the Airbus works. Everything in green, we're good to go. So we're just going to cruise down here. That's a pretty rapid 27 knots. Let's slow down a little bit, otherwise we're going to go hurtling into the person in front of us, and we don't want that, guys. Let's get some exterior lights on. So we've got the runway turn off lights. Strobes can come on. We've already got our beacon light and nav light on. We've got our taxi light. All good. Pretty quick setting this up, guys.
Contact tower on 118.3, have a nice flight.
118.3, have a good evening, Speedbird 185. So, 118.3 that was. Again, I'm not doing this in the radios, guys. I'm just doing it on VPilot. It's just a bit simpler. And we'll check in, see what's we have to say. Düsseldorf Tower, good evening, Speedbird 185 with you on mic for Lima 1.
Speedbird 185, good evening, Düsseldorf Tower, line up runway 23 left and wait.
Line up runway 23 left and wait, Speedbird 185. It's cool, guys, so it's pretty quiet, so he's just letting us get straight on the runway. So it does get quite complex sometimes at airports. You'll see we're coming up to the equivalent of Spaghetti Junction. We're actually heading straight ahead to Lima 1. Lima 2 is the diagonal off to the left hand side, and then there's obviously an entry to the runway on our left hand side coming up, but we're just following the yellow line at the moment. And again, if you're confused, just stop, have a little look at the charts, and then go forward from there. It will really help you out. But hopefully this is sort of fairly straightforward. It's a quiet evening, it's a bit easier. The graphics are great in Flight Simulator 2020. Get some really good views, and we'll get some great views on the departure. So we'll jump back in the cockpit. And so we're coming up. This is Lima 1, the hold here, and he's already cleared us onto the runway, but he hasn't cleared us for takeoff. He said hold, so we must hold when we're on there. There we go. A few random lights here. And then we just follow the taxi line on. And we wait for our takeoff clearance. Beautiful evening. Okay guys, we'll just hold here. And he'll clear for takeoff when he's ready.
November 4, 3, X-ray 0, contact Langham 128.55, have a nice flight.
12855, 46, bye bye.
Speedbird 185, wind variable 1 knot, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on my 23 left. Have a good evening, Speedbird 185. Okay guys, so thrust to max. We've got Toga engaged, which you'll see down here. I can brighten this up for you guys so we can have a little look.
Fueling 189 Charlie, good evening to
Drifting a bit there while I was trying to sort out that for your view. So we're just looking at the ticker tape on the left hand side here, waiting to get to our V1 and then VR.
Fueling 189 Charlie, line up runway 23 left and wait.
Take off. Gear comes up. Beautiful evening. And you'll see we start a bit of a right turn. And we'll engage the autopilot now. And that will take us where we need to go. To lever climb, which is flashing up here, so we just bring the throttles back into the climb gate, which is here. You'll see they've locked in and it goes to thrust climb and can bring the flaps up. So thrust climb is, you'll see down here.
185, contact Langham 128.55, have a nice flight.
128.55, have a good evening, Speedbird 185.
Fueling 189 Charlie, wind variable 1 knot, runway
5. Langham radar, very good evening, Speedbird 185 with you, passing 3000 on the Sonnet 7 Tango.
195 Langham radar, good evening, identify SID, flight level 160.
Climb via the SID, flight level 160, Speedbird 185. So, going up to flight level 160, so we punch that into the autopilot guys. He gave us our flight level, so we moved to standard by pulling this down. You see that does a few things there. And that's us, we're in the climb now guys. All pretty easy. You can look at the checklist just to make sure. 1 second, R. We might have just come out of this the climb gate there. There we go, that's it. Just check a couple of things here guys. There we go. Just engaging thrust climb, which stops at the 5000. So yeah, oh pretty good, very nice outside guys. That's just climbing away at the moment, which is beautiful. So we'll get the checklist open and we can go for after takeoff. Well, we can do thrust reduction altitude, which we've done. All good. All good here. After takeoff, don't need any anti-ice. We're just climbing up then. 10,000 feet. We actually didn't turn on the landing lights as we came on, but we can turn off the runway lights and the taxi lights. So that's it guys, pretty easy.
Good evening,
Reason this is flashing standard is because when we did our transition altitude, we put it at 10,000. So I'm hoping when we get to 10,000, it will kick in. Yeah, and it changes standard. It's also then kicking into a higher speed at that time. Oh, very good. We can get a bit more light into the cockpit. There we go. Just makes things a bit easier to view, doesn't it, guys? Disarm the ground spoilers. So again, it's this handle here, just put it down. Turn the seatbelts off, let people roam free. Beautiful. Now we're going to flight level 160, so hopefully we get further climb from there. What we can do to save some frame rates is just turn these two off over here. We don't need them. There we go.
185, contact Amsterdam, frequency 125.750, bye-bye.
125750, Speedbird 185, have a good evening.
It is, nice weekend.
And you? 125, what was that? 125750. Let's have a, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll punch that in, guys. Next frequency, 125750. Listening to begin with, we don't want to step on anyone.
Ja, dat weet ik allemaal. Doe dan maar de 36 right circling 04 protocol, Mike. Amsterdam Control, flight level 290, DG 104.
First, KLM 1187, turn left heading 090, clear to approach, runway 06.
Turn left heading 090 and clear to ILS for 06, KLM 1187.
DC 104, hello, proceed direct to Schugal, expect runway 06. Then ready, descent level 100 to be level at Schugal.
Proceed to Solo and expect runway 06, is 104.
To confirm it, direct to Schugal and expect to cross Schugal at level 100.
So we're just waiting for a gap. Someone should read that back, I think, but if not, we'll jump in.
Easy 104, just to confirm, direct to Schugal and descent level 100.
So he was just wanting this guy to read it back to him before he moves on.
Descend level 100, is 104.
KLM 1337, contact Bremen, frequency 123.925, bye.
123.925 for KLM 1337. Fine weekend.
You.
Amsterdam Control, good evening. Speedbird 185 with you, flight level 160.
Speedbird 185, good day. Continue to climb now, flight level 240 additional.
Flight level 240, Speedbird 185.
Easy 2 for X-ray after Schugal, direct to Sierra
Now,
Papa.
continue our climb, guys. Have a little look outside.
Speedbird 446 after Schugal, direct Sierra Papa Lima. After Schugal,
the
direct
graphics are
Sierra
great,
Papa
Flight
Lima.
Simulator. It's a lot of things that go wrong with this, but yeah,
Arctip, proceed direct to Papa Alpha 9.
it has a lot of positive points.
After Arctic pump and stop go, Mike.
KLM 187, you missed the localizer. Turn left heading 020 to intercept from the other side.
Turn left heading 020, KLM 187.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Speedbird 932, flight level 330.
It's still quite busy on VATSIM tonight, guys.
And expect to cross TEBRA at level 17.
Got control, it looks like all the way, which is great.
Right to TEBRA and cross TEBRA, flight level 170, Speedbird 932. Thank you.
Easy 104 after Schugal, direct to Sierra Papa Lima.
It's pretty busy in Gatwick tonight, but not so bad.
Actually, repeat, Easy 104.
Easy 104 after Schugal,
So,
direct
we're going to head up
Sierra
towards
Papa
SONEB and then a left turn towards
Direct to Sierra
Kenny.
Papa Lima, Easy 104.
Yeah, 104 to confirm it's after Schugal, so after Schugal to Sierra Papa.
After Schugal, it's 104.
KLM 1187, you should be intercepting shortly. For now, contact tower on
We are
119.6.
looking to go up to flight level 360, guys, so we'll see if he clears us. It might be just that he's keeping us out of the way of some other traffic at the moment, and that's why we haven't got our full clearance up to 360.
KLM 1187, contact tower 119.225.
Tower on 119.225 and 1187.
Lufthansa 44, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 101.
There's not much to do from here, guys, apart from just enjoy the views, and then we'll get ready for prepping for the descent to Gatwick at some stage. Yeah, this is cool.
Lufthansa 11, contact London, frequency 127.1, bye-bye.
London 127.1, thank you, bye.
Easy 2 for X-ray, descent level 70. Easy 2 for X-ray, descent level 70.
Yeah, it's flying's a doddle, there's not much else to do, except taking the views.
Wait for about 5 minutes.
Seabird 433, stand by shortly, I will hand you over to London first.
Right.
But first, easy 2 for X-ray, acknowledge, descent level 70.
Sounds like that EasyJet is a little slow to respond, but that's cool.
Seabird 433, contact London 127.1,
I
bye-bye.
think the controller's working around it, which is good.
127.1 February 433. Have a good day. We'll see you later.
Seabird 185, now climb flight level 320, flight level.
Flight level 320 for Speedbird 185. So we're not getting all the way up to our clearance of 360, but that's fine. 320 is fine. That works for us. So what can we see out the window, guys? Whoever's from Germany, tell us who this river is. That would be great. Look at the sunset, guys. Glowing out here. See if we can get a give you of that.
Easy 104, expedite your descent and turn left heading 030.
It's great how it mimics the sunset. We're racing towards the sun, but it's going to beat us, I think.
782 Foxtrot, contact Bremen, frequency 123.925.
123.925 782 Fox. Cheers.
Ciao. Papa Golf Mike, descent level 70.
Descent level 70, Papa Golf Mike.
Hamza 44, turn left heading 150, descent to 2000.
So we're now on our route.
Left heading 150.
Basically heading on a curve towards the English coast, and then we'll start descending into Gatwick.
745 with you, overhead reckon.
KLM 745, hello, direct to Woody, and expecting cross Woody at level 150, and for ready for descent, it should be short.
So hopefully that's been useful, guys. It's pretty easy getting out of Düsseldorf. Just need to understand where you are in the airport and the departure to take. I use SimBrief. It's a blessing. It's very easy to use. And get yourself familiar with that, guys.
Amsterdam, do you copy?
Yeah, it's great. It's great fusing, guys. It's not difficult, as you see. Coming out, there's people you can ask questions to. Find this Airbus is very, I say very easy to fly. There are some quirks to it, but it's certainly isn't the most difficult I've flown in the simulator world, but when we get nearer to Gatwick it can get a bit more complex.
Okay, switching over to Unicom 1, sorry, London, 127.1 for Easy 45 Hotel Mike, ground fine avond.
You, Seabird 446, descend to flight level 45, speed 230, not indicated, vector stand 06.
Now, my flight pilot's
4000 feet, conserve speed level
a little bit quiet, so we'll just turn up a bit.
Descend to flight level 45, and
go.
speed 230 knots.
The descent 45 and 230 knots.
This is just a chilled out Friday, guys.
You forgot to turn, so turn left now, heading 09er.
Nice little runway down there that we can see.
Easy 104, also to confirm, turn left now, heading
So you hear people are flying on this and the controller's helping them, even if they're missing things, he's catching them, which is great, because that's how you learn, isn't it? And they're not getting frustrated. They're just making sure that people are doing the right things, which is a great way to learn.
KLM 745, continue descent now, level 150 to be level at Woody.
Flight level 150 to be level at Woody, KLM 745.
Let's put some background music.
Seabird 185, proceed direct to GALSO.
Where was that? Let's just see. Direct to GALSO for Speedbird 185, thanks. So, just checking there where he was trying to get us to. So we've got GALSO in the flight plan here, guys. This is a good little exercise. So hit the direct to button, use your arrows to get to GALSO, and then direct. And now it's moved to the top of the flight plan here, and we're turning direct towards it,
Flight level 45, Papa Golf Mike.
which is a bit of a shortcut that he's given us, which is ideal before we get into the approach.
And expect to cross no grow at flight level 280 and you choose this.
So yeah, it's quite interesting there. So when someone gives you a direct to, normally it's on your flight plan. So you see I sort of scrolled through my flight plan. If you rewind the video, you'll see it. But I basically scrolled through it, found it, and hit direct to. If you can't find it, ask them to either type it to you or spell it phonetically to you, and then you can find it. Because sometimes the words don't really sound. If someone's got an accent like mine, or you've got an accent and you're not used to flying in the area, some of these can sound quite difficult because they'll say GALSO, AMREV, Mimic. So just ask the question and they'll definitely help you out. They're a very friendly bunch.
EC2 for X-ray to confirm the heading 160.
So, still in the cruise, guys. Beautiful evening.
Seabird 932, request descent.
Seabird 932, thank you. Initially descent now to flight level 260.
Flight level 260, Seabird 932.
So we're just cruising over Dutch airspace at the moment before we get handed over into the UK. Peaceful evening though, guys. Great views. If we can get, there we go, a bit higher up so you guys can see a bit more out the window and the cockpit.
Amsterdam Redam, guten Abend, is Ryanair 275 with you, flight level 380.
Ryanair 275, good day.
Yeah, the graphics in Flight Simulator 2020 are great. If you're enjoying this, guys, hit the subscribe button. Come and fly with us. Ask me where you want to go.
Left 210, Papa Golf Mike.
It'd be great. Give it a like as well. It helps us get the video noticed on YouTube.
Departure at Lufthansa 1441, passing through 2500.
Lufthansa 1441, hello, climb to flight level 230.
Up to 230, Lufthansa 1441.
Seabird 446, turn the right heading 240, descend to 3000 feet, QNH 1011.
Right heading 240 and descend 3000, QNH 1011.
DC 104, descend to flight level 45.
DC 104 descent, wind
If you want to check, guys, sort of how long we've got to go, zoom in here. See that on the clock. In the sim we're at 5:05 for the clock. And down here we have the estimated arrival 5:36. We're about half an hour away at the moment.
Nope. EC2 for X-ray, turn left heading 090, clear to approach runway 06.
Beautiful evening though.
Clear.
Not much cloud, no icing, which is always a blessing. Always a blessing when it comes to Flight Simulator.
So for now, proceed direct to Adupo.
Direct to Dupo, okay, I was waiting for your clearance there. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you are cleared for the departure, so you should be following the route. Anyway, Lufthansa 1, thank you, Alpha, good day.
Educating the guys. Pretty cool how you get the reflection here from the system onto the glare shield. Super realistic. Not that.
contact tower, frequency 119.225, bye bye.
119.225,
Seabird 9032, descend to flight level 170 and proceed direct to Disarm, Papa, India, Sierra, Alpha, Papa.
Proceed direct to PSAP and
Getting a bit chatty with them.
Seabird 932.
Seabird 932, level 170 to be level at Disarm.
Level 170, level of PSAP, thanks.
So you can see GALSO coming up. Also tells you what time we're going to hit there. So at 5:16 in the sim, it's 5:07 I think. That's what that clock's saying here. Yep, 5:07. So in about 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes, we'll hit there. All very smooth, very easy, guys. As I say, if you're not into, if you haven't tried flight simming, just give it a go.
446, turn left in 150, descend to 2000 feet, no speed restrictions.
Again, Speedbird 446.
Speedbird 446, turn left heading 150, descend to 2000 feet, and no speed restrictions.
Left 150, descent 2000 and no speed restrictions. Speedbird 446.
Off Mike, descend to 2000 feet, QNH 1011, turn right heading 240.
2000 1011, turn right heading 240, Papa Golf Mike.
Easy 104, turn right heading 180, descend to 2000 feet, QNH 101.
Turn right heading 180, descent 2000 feet. Easy 104.
Easy 24 X-ray, 8 miles out, contact tower on 119.225, bye-bye.
Okay, time 119.225, next service, second night.
Seabird 446, complete the left turn 090, clear to approach runway 06.
Left 090,
So
clear
it's
the left 06.
pretty chill here, guy, but what we can use is the time
World Express, Whiskey
while we're
4
here
Hotel, contact London,
to just have a little look at our approach into Gatwick and get ourselves prepared for that. Because the further you look ahead, guys, and this is the same, flying a small airplane, flying big international jetliner,
Whiskey 4 Hotel, contact London,
the more you can get ahead, the better. So let's have a little look. And we'll chat through what this route looks like. Let me just get up and screen for you guys so you can see it. So that should show, hopefully, the Navigraph route. So you'll see with the pink dot, this is GALSO here, going towards TEBRA, and then we've got some constraints, so we need to be flight level 140 by ARREK, continue down to Arna, constraint of 250 knots, and then Timber at flight level 70. These are the runways at Gatwick, so we'll probably get vectored from Timber up here, take left turn. So all kind of pretty straightforward. That's all programmed into the FMC. We checked that when we were on the ground earlier. So it should be in it. Gives you descent planning here, so if you're not sure and you're not talking to air traffic control, say you're on Unicom, you know that you can still come in by the TEBRA 2 Golf. You need to be flight level 220 by Blixie, flight level 140 by ARREK, and then flight level 70 by Timber. So it gives you all the descent that you need really to be able to work it out yourself. Which is pretty good. Okay, take that away, guys, so you can see more of the flight, but hopefully useful. I think we'll be over to 127.1 after that. That'll be London Centre, but let's see. So we're just coasting out over the coastline now, you can see here.
EC 104, turn left heading 090, clear to approach runway 06.
Turn left heading 090, clear to approach 06. EC 104.
And we'll short little hop over the channel. And we'll be on our way into Gatwick. Again, a great little route to practice on, guys.
Speedbird 932, contact Langen radar on 128.550, bye-bye.
128.550, thanks for service. Good night, Speedbird 932.
Lufthansa 1 Yankee Alpha. For some reason my squawk box says I'm squawking 4000, but just want to know if that's the same on your side.
Sorry, Lufthansa 1 Yankee Alpha, second.
My squawk box for some reason is stuck on 4000. I just wanted to know if it's the same on your end.
What do you mean by 4000?
I'm squawking 4000 on my sim, but I was given 1000.
Yeah, it looks good on my end. Still looking at 1000 over here.
Not a problem, the guy's happy.
Okay, I'll just ignore
leave
it
him to it.
Lufthansa 1 Yankee Alpha.
Please, Papa Golf Mike, 7.5 miles out, contact tower, 119.225.
Just start to see the waypoints that we just talked through there.
Bye-bye, Papa Mike.
So you got Blixie and Summon here.
Langen, frequency 128.550, bye-bye.
Speedbird for 4585, let's level 320.
From Lufthansa 1441, Langen, frequency 128.550, bye-bye. Speedbird 4585, hello, identify.
Ryanair 275 was disconnected from net, turn back now.
Easy 1405, you somehow made a very strange turn. Anyway, turn left now, heading 360 to intercept and descend according on the plan.
Turn left 360. Yes, how do we go? Actually with the localizer.
At least he's got the localizer.
745, contact Brussels 13.
Can be tricky on Flight Simulator. It does do its own thing sometimes with these waypoints, so you have to be pretty on your ball.
From level 310, Lufthansa 1 Yankee Alpha.
Easy 105, just try to get on the local line, so you don't put the path. Anyway, for now, contact tower on 119.225, bye.
119.225, goodbye.
Confirm 119.225.
119.225, easy 104, bye.
People are which is good. I say that you just ask, they'll look after you on here. As long as you're pretty sensible, don't be too worried about using VATSIM.
9240, 8243.
Speedbird 185, contact London, frequency 127.1, bye-bye.
127.1, have a good evening, Speedbird 185.
Amsterdam.
So, you've got to listen out.
London,
What's
sending
London?
good evening, 51 Alpha, embed Caphead, flight level 250.
Stand by, Sydney 2 Delta Alpha, speed 270 knots, descent flight level 100.
Speed 250, descent flight level 100 tonight, that's all.
Speedbird 433, speed
It's going to get busy, guys, we're going to have to listen out. So we're listening, when he talks to us, it's probably going to say TEBRA 1 Golf into Gatwick, so again I'm thinking ahead just to see if there's anything I can do to anticipate what he's going to tell us. Hopefully we've planned it correctly, if not we can always adapt.
220 knots.
London Control, good evening, Speedbird 185 with you, flight level 320.
World Express 4 Hotel, hello, sorry, it's mad busy and I'm on my own. It's an Odessa 1 Alpha arrival for 25 at Luton. You can route direct to Lapra, descending flight level 110.
He sounds very busy.
World Express 4 Hotel.
Rotor expect Edessa 1 Alpha, runway 25 for Luton, World Express with you possible.
Yeah, route direct to Lapra, descend flight level 110.
Direct to Lapra and proceed and descend flight level 110 World Express with you possible.
Correct, break, Speedbird 185, hello to you, it's a TEBRA 2 Golf arrival, descend flight level 140, level by TEBRA. That's right, Abdon.
Alright, TEBRA 2 Golf, descend flight level 140 by Aptum, Speedbird 185.
Correct.
London, can we get further descent?
So,
yeah, it's called you twice, descend flight level 140.
140 at Aptum, which is about 60 away.
Contacting me, I need to contact him.
So, it's doing, because I put in 140, it started doing a thrust idle descent. I can, if I want to, pull this down, and then it goes to open descent.
Yeah.
And if I click that down, the vertical speed clicks in.
London Control, Jersey 1 Alpha Victor, flight level
So we're trying to lose what?
to Telpa.
Close to 20,000 feet.
I've got 94 of you on the frequency and only 1 meter standby. Lufthansa 11.
This guy sounds quite stressed.
19725.
Door start, slow descent.
119, think about.
Bye-bye, Finnair 2, Delta Alpha, speed 220 knots, and report your speed to Heathrow Director 11975.
I also know from looking at the
Speed
charts.
220 knots, report speed to Director 119. That's all.
Bye-bye, Speedbird 433, when able, speed 220 knots, descend flight level 140, and report your speed to London, Heathrow Director on 11975.
Your report speed again for 0433?
220.
Alright, 220 on the speed and we'll contact Heathrow Director.
That's not good noise.
218,
Big Shot 218, descend flight level 140, 3 times.
descent flight level 140.
ED45 Hotel Mike, descent flight level 80.
Sounding quite busy at the moment, guys.
126825, bye-bye.
Sending
Let's get
HAL
the
and Gatwick Director.
information that we can then punch into our descent.
Bye-bye. ED548, descent flight level 80, contact contact Gatwick, he's got no flight, no he hasn't. Contact Gatwick Director 12685.
It sounds very busy for this one controller. I really feel sorry when it gets like this because it is mental coming to London quite a lot of time. And if people don't respond, it makes his life quite
difficult.
difficult.
Again, ED542, descent flight level 80, contact Gatwick Director 126825, bye-bye.
So we're
Send
just
flight level 80 and contact Director 126825, it's 542, cheers.
got a company message.
Tomjet 399, resume your navigation, direct Midhurst.
Received. METAR.
On navigation,
Check this out.
ISO 450, contact Heathrow Director 119.725, bye-bye.
Heathrow Director 119.725.
Okay, Golf Lima Tango.
Let's go to performance. Next phase. Next phase.
Hello, sorry.
So approach.
Busy, bug up on 0, arrival.
QNH is 1008.
150, when
Which
ready,
is
and direct bug up.
found here. Punch it in. Temperature 8 degrees. Goes in here. The winds in knots
Jersey 1 Alpha
140.
Victor.
Jersey 1 Alpha Victor, go ahead.
/
Yeah, you're faster than everybody. Keep it 250 at the moment. Keep it flight level 250 at the moment.
And the
With
transition
bug up
altitude on the ATIS is 7,500.
Yeah, keep flight level 250, Jersey 1
And that's
Alpha
us done with
Victor.
that, guys.
We haven't updated the IXG's nav data, so we have some older stars.
Right, follow everybody else then.
Oh, Wilco, Jersey 1 Alpha Victor.
Brilliant.
EC5, 65 November. Sorry for the
Have to
big
laugh,
turnover
otherwise
to the
you
east.
get
I hope
stressed.
you've enjoyed the Norwich, but you can redirect to Bolby now.
Proceed direct Bolgi, easy 565 November Norwich.
Shanx 3 November, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Sonic 3 November.
Bravo 28 Echo.
It's from the ATIS, we can see 26 left is in use, which is what we planned for.
What did you just make? Great, bye.
Which is in our flight now.
Yeah,
26 left.
Paris on. I've just lost it. There it is. 128.1. Bye bye. American 1652.
Apologies, you stepped on, I didn't hear you, Carl. American 1652.
Contact Paris 1281.
Contact Paris 1281, American 1652, try and have a good night, bye-bye.
Ah, and I've given you to the wrong French guy. I can't believe they're on. There's 2 of them. It's Brest or 1255, sorry.
Uh-oh. He's gone.
Brest on 1255, no worries, American 1652, goodbye.
So we'll just continue our descent, guys. Basically using
Thank you. You can descend
the
flight level
rings
200
here.
on Unicom
So we've got
122.
less than 40 to drop 10,000 feet, basically, because we're getting flight level 140 by Apton. So we want to increase it a little bit. And we can just reduce our speed slightly.
You're a transfer Alpha Tango.
Just to stop us sort of going. We also have
Unicom 128, bye-bye.
speed brake available to us if we want to slow down as well, but we're okay at the moment.
Easy 542.
We're high enough that it doesn't really matter that our rate of descent is.
Easy 542.
The speed is below 10,000, we want to be less than 250 knots.
Tom Jet 399, descent flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, Tom Jet 30.
Add you some contact Gatwick Director on 126825. Bye bye. Subject 399, contact Gatwick Director 126825. Bye bye.
Thank you for the service, conducting direct, Gatwick Direct, Contact 399.
Jersey 1 Alpha Victor, request a
Sonic 76 Papa Yankee passing flight level 060.
A lot of people talking.
Stand by, who wants to send?
Jersey 1 Alpha Victor.
Jersey 1 Alpha Victor, descent flight level 210.
So all I've done, guys, is just play with my vertical descent rate.
Ryanair 39 Mike.
To try and make Abtom, you have to do a bit of guesswork to get to the right level.
Sorry, I know you called ages ago, it's really busy. You can climb flight level 290.
From 290, it's alright, don't worry about it, Ryanair 79 Mike.
Chops off to Gatwick approach at some point and their frequencies 126825.
To say you're not actually in my sector, Unicom 122.8.
Oh, this guy is not enjoying it tonight.
Have a nice evening, easy 401.
Okay, so we've got 6,000 feet to drop. So
Sonic
so
76 Papa Yankee passing
oh,
flight
everyone
level
talking at once.
Wow. The Bogus 1 Sierra.
Wow, 75 stations at once. I've got 3 Bravo. Is that?
There's a lot going on.
Bravo.
For a guy.
Sorry, bug up 1 Sierra.
Oh no,
Right, bug up
everyone's
150
talking.
level.
Oh no. Yep.
Bug up 1 Sierra, direct, bug up, and level 150. Gamma City Bravo.
Super, Golf Oscar November.
Wedgie 230, head of bug up 1 Sierra, arrival for...
Yeah, the same for you, direct bug up 150, level bug up.
Direct bug up for Golf Oscar November.
Level what? Not,
So within about
159
2,000
Bravo
feet.
Charlie.
Yeah,
We'll be fine. We'll absolutely meet this constraint, so we can slow
Yeah,
our rate of
same for
descent.
yourself, level 150, level bug up, direct bug up.
Okay.
Easy 63, Papa Kilo, hello, we have decided that one thing.
Hello, climb flight level 200.
I get to manage speed mode.
263, Papa Kilo.
Word of press
Sonic
for Hotel
76
descent
Papa
flight level
Yankee
90,
received
expected
flight
to the
level
ILS runway
40.
25.
Oh,
What?
people talking over each other.
Word of press for Hotel descent flight level 90, expect vectors for the ILS 25.
No, control, 59993.
Big shot 218, descent flight level 80.
It's pretty busy.
Descent flight level 80.
185, descent flight level 90.
Flight level 90, speed 185.
Flight level 90.
God.
No, 80 for you, 9 for the Speedbird.
Yeah, I've got mine.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries. Shannock 3 November, you seem to be doing what you want. Descend 5,000 feet and continue on your present heading.
Continue proceeding descent.
There seems to be a big flyout to Southampton, I think, from Newcastle.
Who else is there? EV 8678.
3 Sierra.
So, 9,000 feet, guys. But we need to be less than 250 knots.
Jersey
Once we get below 10,000, so
150. You need to
just-
reduce your speed down to everybody else is in 260.
We'll descend 150 and reduce speed 260, Jersey 1 Alpha Victor.
Super.
Jet 3 Sierra, request descent.
This guy is doing a good job.
Trijet 3 Sierra, London Control, hello. It's going to be vectors for ILS runway 22. You can descend to altitude 4,000 feet, leaving controlled airspace on
So
the
you can see
descent
our
very
constraint.
shortly.
We're meant to get to Abtom by flight level 140. We're actually well ahead of it, so we can slow our rate of descent down slightly.
Leaving controlled airspace shortly, Jet 3 Sierra.
Sonic 76 Papa Yankee.
And Trijet 3 Sierra is to say you're leaving, but you're clear to rejoin on that heading.
Roger that, Jet 3 Sierra.
Super. Right, Shannock 3 November, hello, climb flight level 240.
Well,
Shannock 3 November.
busy.
Go ahead, sir, Sonic 3 November.
Disregard. Turn right, heading at 090 degrees.
Turn right, heading 090.
Pretty crazy on VATSIM, guys. You have to keep listening.
Shannock 76.
But we're doing okay.
Climb flight level
So far.
370.
Let's not jinx it.
76 Papa
Our little
Yankee.
Airbus. Cruising in
Under control,
quietly.
good evening, Easy 8678, flight level 210, inbound Telba.
I think these red lights in the channel are actually either wind, I think they're wind farms. I do fly around this area, but I haven't seen it at night, but there are wind farms out this way.
Under control,
on the climb.
Let's get ourselves slowed down here so we can decrease our rate of descent.
Every 102, hello, climb up now, flight level 70.
Cleared under restricted, mounted 70, Area 102, hello to Houston.
Golf, Bravo, November, Oscar, Papa.
That's really quiet, whoever that is.
Stand by, Big Top 218, speed 270 knots,
Big
please.
Top? Who are these people flying today? Loving it.
Speed 185, speed 250 knots or less.
250 knots or less, speed 185.
Thank you. Big Top 218, you can contact Gatwick Director 126825.
16285. Goodbye.
Goodbye, speed 185, same for yourself, Director 126825.
126825, you're doing a good job, have a good one, speed 185.
Try, mate. Shamrock 383, I think you might just be closing, but you might just catch him. Contact Brussels.
I've climbed now.
Right.
130.
126825. Let's hope it's a bit quieter here, guys. Oh.
Heading 85 and here you PT up.
Flight level 130.
Heading 85 and now altitude 130.
Hello, approach Big Shot 218.
Big Shot.
Descending through 8000 to Arn.
Big Shot 218, Gatwick Director, roger. It's information Bravo. You can expect radar vectors from ILS approach to runway 26 left.
I think that Big Shot guy's right in front of us.
Which runway copy?
C45 Hotel Mike, speed 180 knots when localized established 26 left, descend with the glide path.
We'll check in soon, guys.
We're speed 180 and when established, that's clear on the line.
Gatwick Director, good evening, Speedbird 185 with you, descending flight level 900.
Speedbird 185, roger, stand by, break, Tom Jet 3909, hotel left heading 090 degrees.
090 degrees, Tom Jet 3909.
542, 35 track miles, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
So I think this chap here is coming to Gatwick too. He's a little bit higher, descended a lot faster than I thought.
EG 542.
Roger Alpha 4056, turn left heading 350 degrees.
Turn left heading 350, Bravo Alpha 4056.
EG45 Hotel Mike, speed 160 knots, maintain until 40 ME.
Feels more calm on this frequency, guys. I feel more comfortable. Let's just see what we need to do.
EG45 Hotel Mike, roger, tower 124.225.
So we've done some speed brakes when we need to. We're still on standard, we don't need to flip over yet to barometric. Let's get everyone settled into the cabin. Seatbelt signs come on.
North Shuttle 5891 climbing through 2200.
North Shuttle 5891, Gatwick Director, roger, climb.
We won't just arm the gun spoilers just yet, we might need them as we come in.
5,000 feet, North Shuttle 5891.
Otherwise I think we're good, guys. Good.
542, turn left heading 065.
Left heading 065, EG 542.
EG 542, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, EG 542.
Speedbird 5114, turn left heading 340 degrees.
Left heading 340.
Strange, we've got the 7,500 transition,
3909, descent flight level 80.
but it's still flashing standard.
Please speed to the knots.
And descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Tom Jet 3909.
Good evening, Gatwick Director. Speedbird 2 Mike Zulu with you. Approaching Kilo.
So we're getting there, guys. Just cruising to the south coast.
Speedbird 2 Mike Zulu, roger, standby, break, Bravo Alpha 4056, contact London, control 127.1, goodbye.
Roger 1217, Bravo Alpha 405.
Tom Jet 3909, turn left heading 055.
055, standard 309.
Speedbird 5114, continue that left turn heading 335.
Left heading 333 for
Heading 335.
335.
Bob Alpha 4056, please confirm London
So,
Center.
this runway down here, guys, is Lid, which I've flown into.
127.
When I did my qualifying cross country in GA, that's quite an interesting approach because there's a nuclear power plant down here, so you have to watch your approach. You can't fly over it, so it's kind of curved.
Speed 10 knots, CG542.
It's a big runway as well.
399, 30 track miles, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
1008, say 5,000
Speedbird 5114, contact London Control 127.1, goodbye.
Just see our next frequency. Is tower on? Yeah, 1242.
CG542, turn left heading 335.
Left heading 335.
Very relaxing voice this chap has.
Big shot 218, turn right heading 270 degrees.
Turn right heading.
So there's an aircraft down there.
Speedbird 2 Mike Zulu, climb now, flight level 170.
Flight 170 for Speedbird 2 Mike Zulu, thank you.
North Shuttle 5891, climb now, flight level 130.
Quite a relaxed descent so far, guys. Not a lot happening. Just how we like it. Not too much excitement as we come in.
4,000 feet.
We are tracking this guy. Can't really see in the dark. I don't know if that's a general aviation. There is someone flying into Lid.
122,
And it might be that person.
Bye.
Cheerio, brake, easy 542, turn left heading 300 degrees, when localizer established 26 left, descend towards glide path.
Left heading 330 degrees, and when established on the localizer, descend the glide path, CG542.
CG542, that's heading 300.
Apologies, 300 degrees, CG542.
Jet 399, turn left heading 345, speed 180 knots.
345 or speed 180?
Shuttle 5891, contact London Control 127.1, goodbye.
127.1 was 5891, bye-bye.
BT542, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
160 to 4 DME, CG542.
We should get further descent soon. Just waiting to hear from our man.
Jet 399, a descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Tomjet.
Shot 218, 35 track miles, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1008. Speedbird 185, turn right heading 270 degrees.
Right, 270, speedbird 185. So,
BT542, contact
pull that switch down.
225, goodbye.
We're going to get vectored in, which is quite nice, guys.
Thanks for your help, EG542.
You can see we're heading up this way. So he's basically vectoring us towards Mayfield, which is again a VOR. It's quite handy in general aviation. You can draw a line to stop yourself going into Gatwick using this VOR. Used it a lot in my training.
170, check, Mike Kilo 94.
Mine shot used to call it guardrail, but they're getting rid of a lot of the VORs, so you can't use them as much, but it's really useful. You knew if you're on one side of it, you wouldn't encroach onto Gatwick's airspace, and it's just a straight line.
Big shot 218, turn
You can
right
see
heading
London over here.
Speed 220 knots.
Turn right heading 295, speed Say again.
Speed 220 knots.
220 knots for...
But the scenery is great. Absolutely stunning. And actually my widescreen, which I use, it can be a little blurry, the lights, but I think when you guys see it on YouTube, it's actually pretty crisp. It should look pretty good, hopefully this arrival. Fingers crossed it all goes well. We're doing well so far. Just need to descend at some point. But he's not forgotten about us, hopefully.
Speedbird 185, speed 220 knots, descend to flight level 80.
220 and down to flight level 80, Speedbird 185.
Shannox Mike
So
Kilo,
we're just going to slow down a bit.
over ATC, Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Just a sec.
122.8, check flight Kilo 97, thanks.
Just starting a
399, speed 160 knots, maintain until 48.
descent down to 8,000.
160 no maintain.
Keeping the speed at 220.
Big shot 218, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descent to 4,000.
Big Shot's the guy in front of us.
Gatwick
Big
Director,
Shot.
hello, Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike with you descending 7,000 feet for timber.
Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike, Director, hello, stop descent, flight level 90, speed 220 knots to be radar vectors for an ILS approach to runway 26 left.
Can you repeat the direct Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike?
There was no direct, it was a descent to flight level 90 at a speed of 220 knots.
Descend flight level 90, 220 knots, Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike.
Jet 399, contact tower 124.225, goodbye.
Thank you for the service. See you next time. Protection tower, Tomjet
Speedbird 185, turn right, heading 355.
Right 355, speed 185. So he's basically vectoring us. That's my mouse wheel. 355.
Monaco Bravo Lima, Gatwick Director, hello, stop descent, flight level 90.
So he's just vectoring us around on the traffic.
Approach to runway
And what that saves us doing is complete the SID, so you'll see where, if I look down here, we're now not in the SID at all. He's just vectoring us. We're going to go up here and then turn left, I suspect, for spacing.
Excuse me, there's no tower.
Tomjet 399, you're still with radar, tower 124.1225.
Good point. Tower does look like it's gone offline.
Station calling Gatwick, stand by, brake, Speedbird 185, 25 track miles, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH is 1008.
Down to 4,000 on QNH 1008, speed 185. So,
Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike, turn left heading
let's make
280.
this 1008.
Left 280, Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike.
Just descend.
Speedbird 565, Gatwick, hello,
Slow ourselves
maintain
down.
altitude 5,000 feet, turn left heading 090 degrees.
So we're just doing a vertical speed descent. And we'll go to about 180 knots.
Excuse me, approach, not tower.
Tomjet, Tomjet 399, apologies, stay with me, continue approaching number 1.
Continue approach. Thank you.
We'll chuck some speed brake in here.
542, taxi right 08 left, contact the ground 121.
That just keeps the speed where we want it to be. And helps us
542,
descend.
contact the ground 121.8.
The tower has gone offline.
565, turn left heading 090 degrees.
Left 090 over speed bar 185.
Speedbird 565, roger, turn left heading 080 degrees.
For us.
Big shot 218, turn, correction, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descent to 3,000.
That was not for us, guys. That was me
Charlie Mike,
steering
descent to flight
through it
level
back to
80,
the
turn right heading 070 degrees.
heading that we were meant to go on.
Flight level 070.
Did try and clarify with him, but it happens.
Speedbird 185, turn left heading 280 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Left 280 and speed 180, speed 185.
Jet 399,
So we are
left cleared land,
set.
surface wind 140 degrees, 4 knots.
Ooh, Let's
just
get through this
just
quicker.
now, go.
280, and we're already set at 180.
218 speed, 180 knots, when localizer established, 26 left, descent with the glide. Big shot 218 speed, 180 knots, when localizer established, 26 left, descent with the glide.
Chuck some flaps and to help us slow down.
Say again, quick.
Big shot 218, you cleared ILS approach, 26 left.
Cleared ILS approach.
Speedbird 185, descend to altitude 3,000 feet and expedite.
Down to 3,000 feet, speedbird 185.
Contact 7 Charlie Mike, 30 track miles, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
So we're just slowing everything down here, guys.
5,000 feet, QNH 1008 from
Just trying to get me out of the way of this guy, whoever that is. No idea.
218, you're passing through the localizer, descend to altitude 2,000 feet, turn left heading 230 degrees, clear ILS.
Conflict. Bye.
Descend 2 south.
It's all happening quite quickly, guys, as you can see.
Speedbird 185, speed 160 knots until 40 ME.
160 to 40 ME, speedbird 185. So we need to slow down quite a bit here, guys. We're struggling to do that, so let's arrest our descent. We'll shut the gear down, that slows us down.
Departure, Razor Hawk 1123.
There we go.
Station calling, Gatwick standby.
We're back here, it's over here now.
Contact 399, thanks, second right Juliet, ground 1218.
The ILS is coming in. We can remove
Go for the service, contact in ground, contact
the speed brake.
Monaco 8 Bravo Lima, leave Holly heading 050 degrees.
Good, if we can capture the localizer, let's see what he says.
Big shot 218, the approach isn't going to work from here, I'm going to reposition you. Fly radar heading 180 degrees, maintain altitude 3,000 feet.
Fly radar here is 180 degrees.
And Speedbird 185, apologies, this is my fault. You're going to pass through the localizer, turn left heading 230 degrees. When localizer established, 26 left, descend with the glide.
Left 230, no worries, we'll descend with the glide when established, speedbird 185.
Contact 7 Charlie Mike, descend to altitude.
Oh, a bit too excited, guys. So what happened there is we passed through the localizer. So you can see that it's off to the left, so it's now re-establishing. The runway's over here. But that's all good. We'll get our localizer armed. There we go. Not a problem. All happening quite quickly though, guys. Just need to stay on top of it. He said 160 to 40 ME. We've got the counter down here.
Easy 136,
so we're at 11 miles an hour.
On reaching.
I've shut the gear down quite early, and that was intentional just to slow us down because we were really struggling. But
big shot 218, turn left heading 180.
More nicely. Let's arm approach because that pink diamond's now coming in, and we should start descending with the glide.
Charlie Mike, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Let's get some auto brake set up. Medium. We'll pull the spoilers up. And then on.
7 Charlie Mike, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
And we're descending with the glide. Beautiful. People are not listening, unfortunately. That's the chap ahead who got vectored off. He's going south and he'll come round again. We'll just put some more flaps in. Still 160 to 40 ME, so we can't slow down at the moment.
Good, 565, Roger, call you back.
So, runway straight ahead, guys.
23, go direct, good hold down for 1.
Hold out for 1 for Razor Hawk 1123.
7 Charlie Mike, turn left at 285, when established, localize 26 left, descend with the glide path.
Absolutely
left 285, once established, localize, descend with the glide path.
Call signs on tonight.
Okay, Bravo Lima, 28 knots to touchdown, descend to altitude 4,000.
Let's call the cabin, make sure everyone's sitting down. Yep. Cabin ready. We'll put in full flaps when we're...
Spirit 185, wind 140 degrees and 4, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, speedbird 185.
Spirit 565, go direct.
Alright guys, it's all gone smoothly so far. Getting close to 40 ME, so you can see down here. It's just counting up. And that's just the distance to the runway. So we're all set up, established, and stable. You can see some flashing lights on the ground. That is our friend, hopefully, who will be joining quite soon.
Big Jet 218, turn right, heading 080, correction, turn left, heading 080 degrees.
Get close to 1,000 feet, we'll disconnect the autopilot.
Big Shot 218, turn left, heading 080 degrees.
We'll put full flap in. Just get ourselves trimmed.
Lima, turn left, heading 345, center altitude 3,000 feet. Left turn 345 degrees.
That shouldn't happen.
That's just 23 behind the landing, A320 at 3 miles via Alpha 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
So we're going in quite fast, guys. Not really sure what happened there, but our speed's coming down now.
Fly 1123 behind the landing, British Airways A320 now at 2 miles via Alpha 1, line up runway 26 left behind.
Too low, terrain.
Behind the aircraft on final lineup on runway 28 right for Razor Hawk 1123.
So, not sure what happened, guys. There, we'll review it afterwards. But we are back to our speed that we need to be.
Gatwick Director, good evening, speedbird 269 kilo with you, inbound timber, flight level 15410.
We'll just hold off as we get close to the ground.
2 stations at once there. Touch on correction. Tomjet Charlie. I'll start again. Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike, speed 160 knots, maintain forward at me.
That was quite hard. Not sure what happened there. It seemed to accelerate. I mean, we got away with it, guys, but
Charlie Mike, speed 160 knots, maintain forward at me.
not the best for you guys learning, unfortunately.
160 to 4 Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike.
565, turn right, heading to.
Seemed to speed up when I engaged speed mode. Maybe there was something in the FMC that I hadn't engaged. But we'll take the right here. Just relax, guys. That was fine. Could have gone horribly wrong. Oh, I will master this at some point. But yeah, I'm sure someone could debrief and tell me what went wrong there. But we got down, guys. It was fine. It was fine. Just a bit of a hard landing. More Ryanair landing. Let's go with that.
Call sign only 124 Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike. Bye.
Raise Hawk 1123, 26 left, clear for takeoff, wind 140 degrees, 4 knots.
26 left, clear for takeoff, Razor Hawk 1123.
Spirit 185, right, Juliet.
Gatwick Tower, hello, this is Tomjet 7 Charlie Mike.
Spirit 185, taxi right, Juliet, contact the ground 121.8.
Right, Juliet, 121.8, good evening, speed 185.
Spirit 269.
Right, let's go with the ground, guys, and park this puppy up. All good. It was a bit too exciting. Bit too exciting, guys, but I think we got away with it. Still didn't put our lights on. It's always that thing that I forget. All good. Gatwick ground, good evening. Speedbird 185 with you, turning right onto Juliet.
Speedbird 185, continue taxi, hold short of Romeo by Juliet.
Hold short of Romeo via Juliet, Speedbird 185. So, okay, Romeo's a bit further down. We can show you that, guys. Let me just bring up Navigraph and I'll show you where we're at before we finish the chaos that was that landing. I'm not sure what happened. I'm completely baffled. I've never had that happen before. But like, where are we, guys? We're on Juliet, just taxiing up. Romeo's here, so we need to hold short here, and then we'll get continued taxi clearance. Let's disarm the ground spoilers. It's interesting because it accelerated. I caught it the first time because I saw it accelerating, and then punched in, I guess, my own speed into the autopilot, and then went back into manage speed because I thought it would cover it off again. It didn't. It just started accelerating. Maybe next time I'll just manage my own speed. It feels a bit easier. Anyway, all good learning. This is great scenery. This is free add-on scenery that we're using here, guys, that you can get access to. So this is us crossing Tango at Juliet. So we just keep poodling along, guys.
Alpha 2, Romeo 26 left via Kilo Alpha, Kilo, Papa, and Alpha Sierra.
taxi holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left via Kilo Alpha, Kilo Papa and Alpha Sierra. 4 Alpha Yankee.
So we're getting close. It's been good fun, guys. It was all very smooth. I jinxed it, didn't I? I said it was gonna. It's all very smooth until you get in front of the runway, and then the panic sets in. But no, look, all good learning, guys. We managed to rescue it. Probably would have gone around actually in the normal situation. We were just going a bit too fast, but we managed to, in essence, slam on the brakes and.
Continue taxi on Juliet, hold short of Papa.
Juliet, short of Papa, speed 185. Okay, we're creeping along. That's fine. Let's just show you again where that is. So, Juliet, and then Papa's further up here. So we'll just make sure we get to that. Hold. Rattling away.
Gatwick ground, hello, Seabird 5 Alpha Mike.
So just start the APU.
1 from the West Coast, Amsterdam, information bar.
Still people departing. 9:15 local time.
Seabird 5 Alpha Mike, cleared Amsterdam via the Brain 1 extra departure, full 3430.
So we're coming up to Papa. Gatwick's a bit of an interesting
Cleared
one to
Amsterdam,
navigate.
Train 1
It's just, it's got some interesting little wiggles to it, is how I'd describe it.
Seabird 5 Alpha Mike, rebound correct.
But let's go. We're coming up to Papa here, which is, if I use my mouse, sort of comes across here. So he might just be holding us, waiting to give us some clearance into the stand that we want to go into.
Gatwick ground, hello, Tomcat 7 Kilo Charlie Mike on Juliet.
Just hold here. See some
Tomcat 7
aircraft arriving and departing.
Continue taxi 08 left hold short Romeo.
Please taxi 08 left hold Romeo.
Another B landing. And that's the guy who's on the runway behind us that's taxiing up.
Tomcat 7 Charlie Mike, continue taxi to stand 46 via Romeo.
Oh, how's he getting in and not me? How rude. Give me a stand. Oh.
Taxi to stand 46.
Because this chap is coming across our nose, guys.
Lima, Papa Lima for Tomcat 7 Charlie Mike.
Nice.
Tomcat 7 Charlie Mike, negative, taxi to stand 46 via Romeo and Lima.
We'll light him up.
Romeo and Lima for 7 Charlie Mike.
Nice help.
Seabird 185, continue taxi to stand 20 by Juliet.
Stand 20 by Juliet, Speedbird 185, have a good evening.
Red Nose 4 Alpha Yankee.
Red Nose, that's Norwegian. Great little call sign. Okay guys, so we're going over to here. Stand 20 in there. This scenery is great because a lot of the standard flight simulator scenery that came with MSFS 2020 didn't have sort of stands or anything in it, or taxiways that are named, so it's quite difficult to navigate around without having that program Navigaf that I opened while you taxi around. So yeah, it's definitely a massive improvement. So we're on stand 20, so just go along and really wait until we see the ground signs that tell us to turn left into it. You can see there's a lot of aircraft.
8 Bravo Lima, continue taxi Juliet, hold short of Romeo.
So this is 28, that looks like. 24. 22. And so this is us, guys. Just slow down. Take a bit of a left. Oh, a little car is zooming along in front of us.
Good evening, Gatwick ground.
20.
Monarch 570 at stand 53 Airbus A320 requesting IFR clearance to Dublin via the IMVU 1 Zulu departure then is filed.
That red light's come on up there. Parking brakes come on. You see that we're bang on. Let's get the engines off. Pop and pop. And then Flight Simulator will do its thing.
157
continue.
Gatwick ground.
Let's probably wait to disable that. Don't quite know how to do it. Yeah. And what we'll do, guys, is just get the jetway on.
November 1 X-ray departure, not a problem, 1570.
No, we're in the terminal, guys. There we go. It's on here. No, look at this. Get into the flight, guys. Engines have stopped. We're on stand. Appreciate you guys coming along with me on this trip. Bit of an interesting landing. I think we'll learn some things from that going forward, and we'll take it from there, guys. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned a lot, and we'll be back soon with another flight. All right, cheers, guys. Take care. Bye.